talking about pistols. So a pistol squat is a single leg squat. It helps promote nice and healthy hips. We strengthen the glutes, the hip flexors, and really work on that ankle mobility. So to show you what that is really quick, I'll start it off, one leg in front, squatting all the way down, up, same thing on the other side. Now, a pistol squat is not the same thing as an air squat, of course, but sometimes when people try to perform it, they still think of the same mechanics of an air squat, which is really driving the knee out to the side. So they think it's a squat to the side, right? But really, when we do a pistol squat, we always want to think toe and knee point forward as much as possible. So it's not here to the side, it's actually in the middle, pointing forward. So we go down this way rather than thinking of doing it this way, right? Not out to the side. So that's a really good quick fix to make sure you get that right. Now, what happens if you don't have the ankle mobility or the strength to actually do the pistol? Don't worry, I got you. We have several scales we're going to talk about in a bit to help you guys with it. The first scale for our pistols today will be the easiest one, which will really address or help those people who don't have the strength yet to get out of that single leg squat. So the first thing you'll need is something low, a low surface like this. So I have a stack of plates here, but you could use a low box or any stool or chair. The first scale then will be you sitting all the way down, bringing one foot out and then trying to get yourself out. Notice how I kind of throw my chest forward and then stand. Now, if that's too hard, again, you can always increase the height to make it easier and then gradually work your way down. Our goal is to get at least 10 reps without struggling before you can actually go and lower the height. If example it gets really easy, you can even start with your leg already in front of you before you even go all the way down. You're going to sit and then you're going to stand back up. Again, noticing how I threw my chest a little forward in order for me to help myself to stand. Now, when that starts to get too easy, let's say you found the surface that was below parallel, just like this, and you were able to sit down and sit up easily, we can move on to the next scale. So next scale, you'd want to look for something maybe a little higher. This also helps people who have ankle mobility or hip flexor mobility. We're going to start off with one foot on the box or an elevated surface. And the goal here is first finding balance. A big part of the pistol is balance as well. And next is learning stability as you descend and as you step up or ascend in the pistol. So we'll start off the easiest way, which is I'm going to bring my hips back and notice my foot that's hanging. I'm going to bring it back, make the heel touch the floor, and then back up. Again, we'll do that nice and slow, and then back up. If that becomes really easy, we can then move forward to trying to learn to bring that leg forward. So notice, again, I'll bring my leg back, but I can slowly start bringing it forward as I go lower and eventually hopefully above the box. Again, do that again. Good. And then back up. Now, you can obviously see how this will help because my foot that was hanging out on the side was a little lower than the box, right? Eventually, you want to be able to have the hip flexor strength to keep that foot forward, upward. So what happens if, example, okay, coach, I can bring it all the way down, but no matter what, my heel really touches the floor. That's okay. We have to just work on that mobility and strength. So when you get here to this position, your goal is to try to drive it up and then stand, right? So you're going to feel your quad a little bit and your hip flexor, but it's exactly what you guys want to work on. So that's one step closer again to your pistol. So let's say that starts to get really easy and you were able to kind of go all the way down into a full squat and you were able to stand up all the way and you were able to get what? 5 to 10 reps of that. Cool. Next one is trying to do that on the floor. Or here are a few things that can help you. So let's say when you do try to do it or try to do the pistol on the floor, I'm just going to use this for balance. You end up getting onto your heels, just like onto your toes, just like this. Heels up, and then stand. that obviously shows that you have a lot of ankle tightness that we can work on later on. But this is a quick fix, and eventually it's going to help bring that ankle mobility as you keep doing the pistol. So you're going to want to grab a small plate or anything that's slightly elevated. You can use a book or a thick mat. Anything you can find that's okay to step on. And you're going to just put your heel on that. And this just helps, or this wedge helps add more mobility or range of motion to the ankle, and you'll find that as you go all the way down, it becomes a little easier. So it's the same logic of why we have weightlifting shoes, where it just puts us in a better position to get lower into a squat. Another thing that can help is using a counterbalance. So this is slightly heavier, this is like around 10 pounds. I'm going to keep it in front of me. So as I do the squat, I get to stay more upright. Now, how does that help? When you have lots of ankle stiffness, as you go down into the pistol squat, you're going to have this feeling of you want to fall back because your ankle is limiting you or limiting your knee from moving forward. That really is what's important when you do a pistol. This will prevent that from happening. So as you keep doing it with a counterbalance, again, it will help eventually get your ankle moving the way you want it to move. Okay, so after all those scales and you still feel like your ankle mobility is still pretty, or it's not there yet, a really good drill would be doing your dragon pose on an elevated surface, right, just like this. So you can be on a chair or on a bench. And you're just going to allow that knee to try and go past your toe but still keeping that heel down. You're going to hold this for 10 seconds, back out, relax, and then you're going to do that again, trying to get it past your toe, making sure the heel stays down for another 10 seconds. You're going to repeat that for maybe 5 to 10 reps and then go on to the other side. Trust me, keep doing that daily and other ankle mobility stretches, you're going to get much better, not just at the pistol, but even at your other movements, even just like a simple air squat will feel easier. So let's say you've done all the scales, you've done all the ankle mobility, your pistol feels great, you're capable of doing one and changing to the other. So how do we make it better? Let's get more efficient. How do we try to get more reps within such a short period of time? So a good trick, and I'm sure you've seen other people do this before, is by holding the non-working foot as you squat down, back up. Again, same thing on the other side. Now, how does this make you more efficient? It actually lets that resting foot, the hip flexor rest as the other leg is working. Because just doing this, trying to keep that leg up, fatigues the hip. So if you have your hand actually out and holding, it gets to rest a little bit. So you get to crank out a little bit more reps. That's 1. 2, let's say you're starting to get bored with like body weight pistols. Okay, no problem, let's add some weight then. So earlier, I showed how to use a weight for counterbalance. This time we're going to use the weight for strengthening. So instead of having our hands out in front of us, we're going to keep it nice and close. So think of more like a goblet position right in front of your chest. And you're just going to hold that as you do your squats. You'll notice because the weight is much closer to your center, it doesn't help you get out of the hole as much. So you're going to drive down into that foot a lot more, thus strengthening your pistol. There you go. I hope all these tips and tricks will help you guys with your pistols. Hopefully, after a month, you'll feel the difference and you'll feel like you'll have more ankle mobility and more unilateral strength. But if in case you don't get it after 1 month, that is okay. The pistol is a very technical movement that requires a lot of mobility. So if you are extra tight, if you're still working on your strength, that is okay. But I promise you, as you keep on doing it, I'm sure you're going to see some kind of improvement and we'll slowly get there, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to message me. Don't hesitate to message any of the other coaches as well. We are here to help you, and I hope you all get to get better at your pistols, and hopefully some of you get to unlock it as well. Good luck!